All right. Welcome to another awesome episode of Trapping with Jinx. Should be another good episode. I'm on my coyote line, still trying to get my coyote numbers up. The weather has been really wet. It's late January, like the 22nd, 21st. And yeah, so we got about an inch of rain on this bottom ground. And I wanted to share this with you guys real quick. I'm changing out some of my bedding about a day or two after we got an inch of rain. Now, I use wax dirt on some of my sets that I keep out quite a while. So we've had this 25, 26, 27 the last couple nights. And you can see how it's kind of beaded up still. Look at that. That's after about an inch of rain 2 days ago. You can see how muddy it is. And I'm guessing, yeah, that one's still gonna fire. So I won't change that one out. And that's why I do wax dirt. That's really pretty impressive. I still do peat moss on a lot of my other sets, but the sets that I want to keep out a long time, that's why I do wax dirt. So if you go back through my channel and you want to learn how to make wax dirt for next year, and you want to keep some sets open a long time, I highly recommend using wax dirt. It beads up. Well, let's try it. All right, I got a bunch of dirt in my eyes. Still set, still goes off. Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Wax dirt is definitely the king of the dry bedding material in the winter months, in my opinion. And I still use peat moss too, and dry dirt's good, salt's good. You guys use that as well, but I just thought I'd share that with you. Well, welcome to a new day. Got the nice white stuff. When the white stuff is down, I say school is in session, guys. I learned so much by the snow being down, what I'm missing, the abundance of the animals in my area. I have a catch for you. I'm just gonna chat just a little bit. And I like to wear my orange in my area when the snow is down. It has no idea. You always have these idiots running around with rifles. And yeah, so I do have a catch for you here, like I said. This one hadn't been catching. I think this is probably the 7th coyote in this set location. I was catching them like every day there for a while. So what I did was I moved in a secondary set right here about probably 3 days ago. And I come through here yesterday and noticed there wasn't any tracks or nothing. And then we have this nice coyote here today. So I didn't really do much after that. I just kept waiting on it. About a week and a half went by. I went ahead and rebaited and lured it. This one here. I changed out the cable, the anchor, because after 6 or 7 coyotes, I worry about my anchor getting frayed and breaking off. I noticed that out in Kansas. When we were out in Kansas, Vance was having that problem with some of his traps. So I changed out the cable, the anchor, and we just kept catching. And it's a good location. And just kept that trap moving and working. And we have a secondary, like I said. And I don't see any other tracks through here. So it looks like this one was by itself. Usually when you catch one, you look right in through here and you see if there's another one wandering around. So I'm pretty happy about that catch. So we're gonna get that dispatched. Well, I want to share a couple things with you real quick on this coyote and this set. Now the ground is super wet and muddy. You can see how muddy it is. I'll change out that trap and put a new one in there just because it'll freeze if I don't do that. But what I really like about these pogo anchors is he didn't pull that maybe an inch at best. And all those anchors are little fender washers. And I know a lot of guys use wolf fangs on my channel, and I'm not, critiquing anything. but I'm really impressed by the pogo anchors. It's the small, I think the 1-inch ones. I have the bigger ones that I use for my cables, my cable restraints, but those don't hardly pull at all, and they're easy to get in the ground, and that's why I like the pogo system so much. There was something a little bit unique about this coyote. I had caught it, he's got a cable restraint around his neck. Now in my state, I know I'm gonna get flack about this, in my state we cannot have any entanglements at all. So they chew out when it gets really cold. I've had 2 chew out this year. The last one I chewed out, I'm gonna double check, make sure that's mine, of course. But the last one I chewed out was about a month ago, and it was about a half mile from here. And I would really be interested in how far he went, but I am happy to harvest it. And for some reason they don't pull those off. I don't know why, but he's got a cable restraint. You can see it right there. And I'll double check. It does look like one of my cable restraints. And yeah, so happy to get that restraint back. I wish our state would allow entanglements, and that way we wouldn't have that problem. But until they change our laws, I just have to check my traps early and expect that to happen. So I'm gonna get this reset and gonna move on down the line. Well, I wanted to share with you guys this set location. There's this nice brushy stuff. You can see the road that comes through here. And originally I thought I needed something right in here, because it gets brushy right in through here too. And next time I probably will do that. But I kind of have this hunch that they're going to come through here and want to hunt that. This is the end of those, and I usually have good luck. But I wanted to share with you my set is right here. Now we call those an RJ set. It's really just like a trench or a deep dirt hole with a step down on it. And it looks really good right there, doesn't it? You can see it. Great big hole right there. It's got lots of eye appeal. With the moon, we got a moon coming on. All this is going to be bright, and that's going to be a really good set location. I'm just missing deer right now. Looks like with the tracks. But probably next time I probably will set it right in through here on the end. But I thought the prevailing wind's this way. I thought I'd get them with the wind and pull them off of that a little bit. I haven't caught yet, but then again, I do like the way those look with that snow. And now as that snow will melt, of course, I put a secondary. Oh, I have a tube. It's almost kind of like a pipe dream. I put a tube underneath that, so that way it keeps working. Otherwise, that hole will fill up with water. So it's almost like a similar flat set / pipe dream / RJ set, but those will keep working. But like I said, that hole will start filling up with water as it starts to melt. But I wanted to share that with you. It's good eye appeal. Looks really good. I've got some skunk on it, and it's probably just a matter of time. I don't see a lot of coyotes coming through, so it don't look like I'm missing, which is good. Well, it's just about February. It's been a couple of days since I've been catching. It's been kind of warm. Been waiting on some nice colder weather. We just got it. It's like 4 degrees with negative temps. Have a catch for you while I'm talking. And I'm driving out my line in my truck, which is something I don't usually do. So, but I got this catch for you. Let's go check it out. Cable in the bread basket. And I've been seeing where we got a little dust of snow. Oh boy. It's gonna fight that cable. This is a pretty nice coyote here. If he just settled down, it has a relaxing lock. So, just a nice trail off of this piece right here. And happy to harvest this nice coyote right here. Pretty. And it's been a few days since I caught on this trail, so. Well, I had to run one of my properties first. Just because, kind of thing. And then I'm running kind of my line backwards today. I saw something when I first started out on one of my bottom ground sets, and it looked pretty large. And but I couldn't tell what it was through the binoculars, so I'm pretty excited about what might be down there. But it's been real cold, and I always struggle with the coyotes working my sets late season. And I think sometimes we second guess ourselves. That's probably what I'm doing right now. You always just kind of wait on them to come back through. And a nice cold day like now should be catching. So happy to have that last coyote, but I'm hungry for more. That would make 48 for me, I think. So I'm gonna try and hit 50 before the end of the month, January 31st. And that's kind of the goal right now. I'm pushing myself to hit 50. So let's go see what we have down this bottom ground. I'm pretty anxious to see what that is. Well, it's gonna be a raccoon. He looks really rough. Like he's been fighting. He don't look right. His back end or something has been chewed on big time. I don't know. Pretty matted down on the backside. Pretty rough looking dude. RJ set. Looks like it's holding up pretty good. I'll be able to reset that easily because that hole's still there. Good looking set still. I don't think I think I'll still get a coyote here, probably. Raccoon probably wasn't what I was looking for, but it's amazing that they traveled last night when it was that cold. But we'll get this sucker here dispatched and move on down the line. Well, here he is. You can see how bad there's his tail. He got into it with somebody. This is a front foot catch. He hadn't been chewing on his tail. Pretty beat up. Late season coon. Oh, wow. There's a story on that tail, I'm sure. I come across here the other day with the snow on the ground, and I like running off my four-wheeler because I can see all the tracks. But this piece right here, you can see how it's farther back. And I'd seen a pair of coyotes come across here, and then they dipped in right here where this cedar piece comes. And that's where they're crossing the fence on the underside. Our state doesn't allow us to hang snares in fences. Otherwise, that would be a good spot to box him in a little bit right here and then just catch him right there. That's the bad thing about kind of my state. They don't allow entanglements, so. But I might set a dirt hole. I might set a trail set right here. Because they did it, it was a pair of them, and they just kind of, the way they kind of cruised through here is they were running. And I have a couple trails here that I've been catching on, but and then the next day they came by and they did it the second time. So when they do it twice, it's no coincidence, you know. So I need to get something here. It's shame on me for not doing it, but that's kind of how you fine-tune your properties. And I'll mark that on my Onyx map, and next year I'll be even better. I'll probably consistently catch right there on a dirt hole set or a trail set. Thought I'd share that with you. So you think about a tree like that, and you think, well, that's no really big deal. I catch them. Usually I think, well, I'll catch them down the road. But those coyotes are in and out of a property like that. And he's just going to whatever next property he wants to go, or he's hunting, or he's just traveling through. And I think that's how you kind of put up the numbers on your properties. Coyotes are abundant here, but they're not overly abundant. So if I can pick up 4 or 5 coyotes there next year, then that might have been 4 or 5 coyotes I wouldn't have caught. So that's kind of how you add to your line, guys. I hope that helps you guys understand that that's how I'm building my trap line from one season to the next. And learning. Just one little tree, you know? But it's that one little tree and that one little area coming off of that other piece, and it'll produce. It will produce. Okay, hopefully the wind's not too bad. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. I get a lot of people that ask me on my channel what you look for when you're cold rolling new properties, like a new property you've never trapped before. And I want to share this with you real quick. It's just one little piece of this big property that I'm working, and I will consistently catch off this one little piece. And I go in, I set it, and I set a few other areas but I want to share this with you. So you break down this property, you see this, and then there's a pond here, and then this is what I really want to share with you. Now when I get closer, we'll see it, but there's a fence line that goes this way and then this way, and we're going to look at a set opportunity where those two fence lines come together, and I'll describe to you that a little bit better. And I usually do catch on this pond dam too, right in through here when they kind of come around this corner, or if they're hunting this ditch and they come up, there's an ending point there, you know, little stuff like that. That's kind of what you're looking for. Let's go. Okay, so this is the fence row where it kind of comes out and it ends. Now that fence right there is woven wire, which is a bonus for us. And if you can see where this this fence post is, let's go check it out. So if you, like we talked about that a minute ago, I can't cable or I can't snare, but you have woven wire on this side, you have woven wire on that side, and then you have a hole right here where they're just kind of popping underneath there. If your state allows you to snare, you can snare that right there, and you'll dispatch him right there. But or even right here. Here's another good location right here. You can see there's just a little trail coming out of there. And so what I was really trying to get at on my channel is that you see this fence row and it's gonna go this way for quite a while. Now the bobcats will go right down the middle of that, and there's usually a trail that comes out. And I have a dirt hole set right here, and you could kind of see everything is gonna come, and they're gonna travel in through here. So they're either crossing those 2 points I just shared with you, or they're over here. And I like to put my trap at about as close as to where they're coming and going. And I feel like if you put the trap where their feet are, then you're gonna catch them. And especially late season, I like to take a lot of the decision making out of them for them, put a little bait and lure underneath their feet, and I will catch on this. And this is gonna be one of these sets that it's no telling what I'm gonna catch. And the coyotes will use that, the bobcats will use that, and all the small game too. So you're gonna do really well on set locations like that. And let's go check some more. Well, I just thought I'd share with you a couple more set opportunities, new property I'm working on. I like this spot. There's a big timber on the backside, and it just kind of bottoms out. Big hill ground, road system. And I love setting off the 2 tracks of those. You can see it kind of going this way, and then it goes this way, and all this sort of stuff connects right here. So when we're looking at new properties, another thing is all the stuff that connects, you set those. So I'm setting 4 here. I got a dirt hole here, hasn't produced yet. I noticed there was a pair of coyotes kind of traveling right through here on a trail, so I set it right here. So you can see this brushy stuff. They're in or they're out right there. And then I set one right here too. And I got a cable, really good cable right over here. I'll show you it, where I'm at. Another nice trail coming through there. And these will produce. This is another good area. So it might just take a little bit of time, but I thought I'd share with you what I'm working on. We're gonna go down here, gonna check a few more, and I'll show you those as well. Well, it's kind of pretty down here. Snow's nice. Really kind of surprised I don't see any bouncing fur. Got a couple sets over here I'm going to show you. Same thing, you see how it just kind of widens out and narrows down here. So I got a few more sets over here. And I look at a property like this is probably a travel through property. I don't see a lot of tracks down through here. And they probably, just like that other property we worked, they just kind of hit it as a travel through. Here's one of my sets, right off the 2 track. And I walked by another one of my sets. It's over here on the right here. I blended it real well. And I'll probably have a hard time finding it, which is the way it should go, right? Oh, it's a bone set right here. Just a little bone, T-bone. A little bit of coyote feces on the side, and that's a good set there right off the 2 track. Let's go down here and check these real quick, and then okay, so we're getting on the end of the line here. If you had a property like this, guys, You could set, you know, a couple dozen traps back in here easily, and I still think you'd do really good. I'm running a lot of different properties. Hope you guys understand that. I'm limited on my time. I still work. So, you know, I'm not just shut down. I'm not on vacation. I can't just spend all my time on one property. I would catch bobcats back in here. This is gonna be a good caddy location. So what I really liked about this is you're either high or you're down low. And there's a good cattle trail right here. I have a cable on it. It's right here, it's still sat. I'm surprised that hasn't produced yet, even though I said it 2 days ago, because it's a hot trail. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of coyote tracks. So that means I'm not missing. I've got another 2-track here and then an RJ set right there. And just these two locations are good. I don't really have the prevailing wind on this side because I struggled with putting it over here. But since it's right there and it's such a visual set, the prevailing wind goes this direction on the other side. But I can't feel like they can miss that. But I do have sets on the other side over there, so I still hit the prevailing wind. But other than that, I mean, there's a good trail here. You know, there's so much going on here that's like, wow, there's a trail here. There's a trail, there's 2-track here. You know, and I didn't want to miss this trail because this looks like a good trail, and it just kind of goes into that other piece. Gosh, it's like a kid in a candy store, right? So I think I'm going to end the video here, guys. Hope you guys liked that. A lot of strategy today, and I do that so that you guys can learn what I'm doing. I think I caught 48. 48's my 48th coyote today. I just started after Thanksgiving, so almost 2 months now, which isn't too bad on number wise. Everything gets a little slower sometimes, but then other times I get big catch days, and that's kind of how it works. So if you like this and you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the big bell notifications on. Otherwise, click the big thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. I'm Jinx. Have a great day.